Good morning and welcome to Shamanic Sundays. Hey, Poppy.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm waking up here. I just flew in from Arizona yesterday. I'm still a little sleepy, but I'm here.
Well, glad you're here. Very grateful and good to be here with you. We've been shaking things up, doing things a little different every week and trying to just keep showing up in different ways for each other and for you. And so thanks for showing up with us today. Yeah. Would you like to start us off with a prayer? Would you like me to?
How about you? Let's hear you. Bring in the
Okay.
feminine.
All right. So gosh, so much gratitude since you mentioned the feminine. Super grateful to just be here on Mother Earth today and to be a woman in the world today and to be the daughter of an incredible woman and the sister of an incredible woman and the granddaughter and great-granddaughter of strong women, and so much gratitude for all the sisters out there in the world. So a lot of gratitude for that, for the ancestor spirits and the spirits of the places where each of us sits or lays or stands today. Thank you to all of those who have come before us and all of those who are here with us today and all of those who will be here in the future. And the sweet, sweet, beautiful trees that we are surrounded by today that, oh gosh, a couple months back, it struck me that my breath in is a gift from the trees and the oxygen that they give, and then my breath out is a gift to them. And so just waking up in reciprocity, and I've been using that every day since I had that thought, and then I just love it, and I'm happy to share that with you today, and so grateful for the gift of life and this breath and all our relations. So thank you.
Brios.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had a question a couple weeks ago. We were talking about, well, you talk a lot about polishing up your stardust to shine, shine, shine. And sometimes, of course, that's easier than other times. And someone wrote in and said, yeah, great, but how?
Oh, somebody with a practical orientation doesn't want to just stay in the world of theory, wants to ground it.
Mm-hmm.
So
like I know, like for me, some of the practical things that I do to try to keep, and I certainly don't like wake up feeling shiny every day or energetically every day, but I have a practice of starting the day with, as I shared, that breath of reciprocity and the gift of that, and that just right away drops me into feeling like I'm part of a system, which makes me feel like I have purpose, which gives me more energy and more gratitude because I feel like I belong. And then, of course, like exercising and eating healthy and drinking a ton of water and, doing the sort of basic health things, which I guess aren't always so basic. And lots and lots and lots of just pausing and listening throughout the day, remembering, like, when I walk between just kind of moments of buildings in different places or trees or shadows and like feel a ray of sunshine, I'll like turn and pause and like take that in with gratitude. And yeah, hanging out with friends, lots of things, blah, 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 blah. But of course, this community is largely here to hear from you. So what do you do when you're not feeling like you're just like easily shining? Like on a day like today, when I know you're super tired, you've been showing up. For those of you who don't know, you've been showing up you've had numerous ceremonies in the last month that you've shown up to lead around the country. You've been there for friends who have been close to passing. You've been there with friends who have passed, and you've been with friends who are trying to be open to passing, and lots of different phases of that circle of life. And you show up so beautifully, and it's hard work, it's hard birthing. So
makes me tired hearing you speak all of that. I think I'll take a nap. So the question to me is, if I understand it right, is how to polish up your stardust.
How do you, like, just when we say like just let yourself shine, but how? Yeah.
Well, everything starts with intention.
Yeah.
And every morning, no matter what state I'm in, sleepy, tired, grumpy, depressed, angry, sullen, withdrawn, whatever state I'm in, Father Sun comes up every morning. Every single morning, this event happens in the Eastern Corridor, bringing energy from 93 million miles away to this planet, to Mother Earth, and bringing us literal stardust from its giveaway of light, of photonic light traveling through all that space to Mother Earth, bringing the life force to Mother Earth. And it's free, doesn't cost anything. And even when it's rainy or cloudy or snow or fog, or you can't see Father Sun, it's there and it's shining equally as it does every other day. When it's cloudy or rainy or foggy, we can't see it. We have to work a little harder to connect with its energy, but it's there, coming through the clouds, coming through the rain or snow. So every morning we have a source of free energy that is literally life force energy, because if Father Sun stopped doing that, we wouldn't be here. So it's like an infinite source of life force energy empowering us. And so if I don't know about you, but I need all the help I can get, because especially as I get older, I'm more and more tired getting up, and I need more and more sleep. Even if I get a good night's sleep, I'm still going, oh man, I'm still tired. I need some energy to get out of bed here. And so I go, first, before I even get out of bed, I light a candle, which I have right next to my little bedstand there, my bedstand, burn a little sage and clean myself up, just release energy. And then I look at that light in the candle, and I know that when I'm still in bed, I know it came from the east. So I face the east, and I give thanks to Father Sun even before I go out, because it's sending that light that the candle's sending to me now in my room. So I just open to it. I breathe it in, open, receive, open, receive, open, receive. And there's a little song I sing and I say to myself, Taupa, or Father Sun, Taupa, Wicho, Taupa shines its light on me. Taupa shines its light on thee. Taupa shines, Taupa shines. Taupa shines on you and me. Open mind, polish kind, walk the line, shine divine. And then I'm taking in some of that light. I'm polishing up my stardust. Doesn't cost me a cent to do it. Absolutely free. When I do get up after doing some yoga and some stretches and gratitude prayers, I get up and I take that little bowl of sage and I go outside and I face the east, and now I'm getting it directly. Father Sun, thank you for shining today. Thank you for bringing the life force to Mother Earth. For this teaching, remind when you show us the power of light to cut through darkness, and you remind us of our true nature if we open to you and the gift you're giving us of life force energy. So that's the way I start my day every day, and give myself permission without any judgments to be with whatever state I wake up in, and I can go polish my stardust for free with these two sources to start my day, charge my batteries, polish my stardust, fill up my tanks with positive life force, wisdom, guidance, energy from the universe. It's absolutely free. So that's how I start my day, polishing up my stardust, being it, even if my stardust is all clogged up and cloudy.
Yeah.
That does it. That gets me, shape shifts my energy state.
Yeah. I was just thinking that oftentimes, in these conversations, you go back to the same answers, whatever the question is. And
I'm a one-trick pony. What can I say?
That, some people that tune in might be like, well, I want something different.
Yeah.
But really, it always does come back to those basics, and it's just like how deeply we can be present with those practices and dynamics, so that we really start to believe it and feel it and live it more.
Yeah. I mean, when that we call it photonic energy beams from the sun come in, that is literally a manifestation of the creative wisdom power of the universe. Yeah, just flowing in.
Yeah.
And so if I really open myself, which is what I try to do each morning, well, not everybody who went to sleep last night got up, but obviously the creative power of the universe, spirit, God, Goddess, Tao wants me here because I'm still here and it's giving me life force energy. So I let my eyes go soft and I really take in that energy. I really try to be present in the moment of really taking it in and then letting it flow and go where it needs to go, empowering, polishing, strengthening, all levels of my being, multidimensional being. So it's not new. It's the same practice every day. Why? Because it works and it gives me what I need. It reminds me of those of you who know how to or have experienced rubbing sticks together in a certain way to bring forth a spark, actually to bring forth a piece of light from Father Son that was hidden in the pieces of wood with the friction over time. But you don't rub those sticks just once or twice. You've got to stay with it. Same thing over and over again. Patience, perseverance, consistency with doing the same thing over and over again. And it builds up a power, a critical mass. It's all of a sudden, it opens a doorway for something new to come through. That spark wasn't in the sticks that you could see when you picked them up. You had to work the same thing over and over again, and then you get the reward.
Yeah, that's such a good metaphor. Really, that's a good one. 5.
Every now and then I get one. What's today's day? We should mark that down.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So gosh, I feel like just that's such a good practice to focus on this week, whenever you're hearing this, that when you come up against something that challenges you and you feel like your shine is closing down and your beingness is being dulled, to just think of that and what are the practices that help you find your spark again, rub your sticks together.
Well, actually, when I'm doing a ceremony, which goes on into the early morning hours, coming off a day of fasting, and usually I've been tired out from driving also. So ceremony goes on for 5-6 hours. And around, either for outside, we're around literal Tatewadi fire, or if we're inside, around Tatewadi and a candle. And after 3 or 4 hours, sometimes oh my God, my energy is like gone. And yet the ceremony needs to continue to completion for several more hours. So I asked Tatewadi, for Grandfather Fire Spirit, I need some of your strength. Please, Great Spirit, send in ancestors, Kayamari, Dear Spirit, Tatewadi, Grandfather Fire Spirit. I'm looking at it, breathing in those photons to give me strength. Please, I need strength to continue and complete the ceremony. Thank you. I'll give thanks for it, open to it, and shape shifts my energy. All of a sudden, I got a second wind here and can keep going to complete the ceremony. So strength and support is available to us actually from every direction of the universe, 24/7, if we learn how to
tap in
and create the attunement to that particular direction and the energy that it's giving us. And the start of creating the attunement, as with everything, is intention. Well, I want to create attunement. And what does that mean? Then you get to explore what it means. Qualities of openness, of receptivity, of humility, in order to be able to open the doorway to experience that attunement, and then commune with the energy that's coming in, like in the East from the Father Son. Commune with it, fill yourself up with it, and don't try to do things alone. Our Western culture emphasis on individualism, which of course is an illusion, which gets us into trouble. But the definition, especially for a man, you got to be strong and do it by yourself and independent. There's no such thing as independent. You're interdependent. We're interdependent with everyone and everything through time and space. And so we have the potential, all of us have the potential of access to all of these directions of the medicine wheel to call on for help. And of course, the beginning of opening the door to call for help is to give thanks first. Start with gratitude. Grace grows where gratitude flows.
Do you feel like guiding folks in a visualization on this, or have we given you all enough to think about today?
Well, let me listen and see. Do I feel, do I feel what? Say it again.
Called to guide listeners, watchers, our community out there in any sort of visualization about tapping in, tuning in?
Well, okay, here's what just comes that all of us face challenges in our own lives, our personal lives, our physical lives, our emotional lives, our mental lives, and in interactions with other people. And all of us face challenges in what's happening in the world today and how it impinges upon us and what it triggers. So there's no lack of challenges. There's no lack of bud pushing situations. And so I need all the help I can get, and in support to those of you listening, with gratitude for your listening to the Shamanic Sundays, gratitude for your life. I just send out support to remind you of what we've been speaking about today, that we all have access to free help from every corner of the universe. And all we have to do, don't have to go anywhere. We were on vacation, family vacation in Budapest, Hungary, where Andrea's from, my wife is from, and a big city, tall skyscrapers. Could only see a little piece of the sky, could never see where the sun came up or went down, and was really disconnected in the city from nature. And so I couldn't make the connection with it with my eyes open, because all I could see was buildings, basically, and cars and traffic. And so I had to close my eyes, outer vision, and tune into the inner vision, and then just open, and use the power of my mind to see that sunlight coming in from the east in the sky and coming in into give me that energy that I needed to. And then I went to each of the directions, sitting there in the fifth floor of the hotel we're staying in. I'm not limited to my physical body, so the walls of the hotel room don't stop me from accessing or communing with the powers of the universe, unless I say they do, unless I create that story in my mind, and then I'm disconnecting myself from those powers. But the powers are never stopping coming in. I just had to go inside and work a little deeper to create that access consciously in my mind, and get the help that I needed. So just want to support everybody in your listening, and whatever challenges you're facing, don't try to climb the mountain by yourself. Open up to a bigger power. We're way more than we think we are, and we all have access to that infinite, creative, divine wisdom power of the universe to help us with whatever challenges we have, if we give ourselves permission to be with the truth of maybe what we're feeling. I'm out of energy, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I feel like I can't go on anymore, it's too much. No judgments about those energy states, none of it is who we are. And waking up by remembering, well, wait, I'm way more than that, and I do have access to this infinite power, and I can open myself to it anytime I want through gratitude. So gratitude for everybody here, and the work you do to help shapeshift basura, garbage, dulce medicina. That's a phrase I use a lot in the medicine ceremonies, that the medicine and all spiritual practices give us opportunity to polish up our stardust, which involves bringing awareness into you might say the garbage energy, shame, guilt, fear, thought forms of limitation, bringing awareness into those places and shape-shifting those energy states, into ones that bring forth more sweet medicine. And what do I mean by sweet medicine? More compassion, more tenderness, more caring, more celebration of the sacredness of our being and the opportunity in being alive, to wake up, wise up, and live alive in 2025.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all. Have a wonderful week. Reminder to send questions to this guy if you have any questions, tompinkson@gmail.com. And I think that's it.
Good.
Lots of love.
Bye.
See you next time.